Hey everyone, it's Britt. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about perseverance, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this was because of a phone call that I had with my grandma back in Laos. She was just basically asking me the typical questions, grandma would ask, especially since she hasn't seen me in over 10 years. So she asked me the questions like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years and what career goals do you have? I've been pondering about it, and I didn't have any of those answers, and I felt a little embarrassed because it made me seem like I didn't have my life together. We can rewind it back to 2011 because that was when I finished high school, and at that point in my life I basically had everything mapped out. I said I was going to become a doctor, and then I was going to finish school by, I don't know, 20 something, and have all these goals executed, but it didn't really go down that way. So I had my first biology class in college, and I did not like it at all. I sucked. I couldn't remember any of those formulas. I couldn't remember any of these terms, so I ended up just not pursuing it. And then I decided to be undecided for a year or so, but then I realized I was just taking up too much time trying to figure out what I wanted to do, so I guess I decided play the safe route and go into business because my most of my cousins are business majors. So I was like, I'll just follow what they're doing. I have about a year left of school. I don't know if I'm gonna even be in that field once I finish because I've been working in the legal field for the last 3 years, and specifically I've been doing a lot of commercial real estate. So I guess it's like business and legal work combined, but not really. In my culture, I'm not saying education is not important, but it's not really that emphasized just because work has been so conditioned into us. The more you work, the more money you'll make, and the more money you make, the more stability you'll have. That really hasn't always been the case because my family, we've always worked a lot, but sometimes there were just certain times in our lives that we just couldn't make ends meet. I started thinking about it again, like maybe I should go into a career where I'm actually going to make a lot of money, but ultimately, am I going to be happy? I'm 25 now, and I'm taking on so many extracurricular activities and work and projects just to make myself better as a better person. In all honesty, I've been kind of burnt out. So I've been looking into different ways to just cope with that stress. Gym has definitely been one, but as of late, I haven't been having a lot of time to go to the gym. So I've been trying to go at least like 3 times a week. Sometimes it's not always consistent, and when I do, it's usually very late, especially when I try to avoid the crowd, because when I go to the gym, I just try to be in and out. Other coping mechanisms that I have with my stress is definitely hanging out with friends. I do have 3 cats. I actually love them a lot. They're very playful, and they love attention. And actually, I'll actually introduce you to them. Where does this all tie in with perseverance? And the reason why I wanted to tie this in with family is because family has always been my motivating factor as to why I get up every morning and do what I do. There's always going to be bumps along the way. Everyone's going to deal with adversity at one point or another in their life, but use it as a stepping stone to bettering yourself. Instead of thinking about why am I going through this, think about what is it teaching me. And along this journey, make sure you have really good friends who are gonna want the best out of you. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to go through the stuff that I had to go through, but I don't think if I didn't go through any of those things, I would be where I'm at right now. I mean, I'm working at a pretty decent job, and over time, I started to realize who my home team was, who my real friends are. People who are actually rooting for me and actually cheering me on, trying to see the best out of me. Don't wait until the new year to set these new goals. Start setting these goals now. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's all I have for now. Until next time.